Hello everybody, my name is CulBlu. I'm bringing out this video of me playing a board game, and today we're going to be playing Verdant, as you can see set up on the table. So I'm going to start our background music here, and get my water out of the way. Okay, scooch all that over. Oh no. The struggle. Okay, and Verdant. So Verdant we have on the table. Verdant is essentially a tableau building game. I have a sample tableau being built up here. But essentially, during the game, my goal is to score points, and I will score points by building out my tableau and getting plants all successfully verdanted up, or whatever the proper phrasing is, to have them actually grow. And I will also score points based on a few different conditions, like scoring conditions for scoring cards, which we have over here, which we'll talk about later. And then also for my rooms and decorations, a whole bunch of slew of stuff. So kind of a point salad, if you will, of ways for me to score points. But the main thing to highlight is that my goal is to build the best room and optimize a room as best as I can based on what I have before me and based on what I have, based on what I can do. So as far as the components, there are, up here we have our area that we're going to be choosing from. And the flow of the game will essentially be on your turn, you will choose a pairing of a tile and either a room or a plant. And just to clarify, there's columns, so there's 4 different columns here. So I'll be choosing a pairing, so I can choose to either take this, or I can take this, these two here, and then I'll be able to do stuff with those cards. So let me just do a sample here. So let's say that it's on my turn currently, and I really want a room to match this, because over here I have in my stash, a room to the side. I can decide to take this pairing here for whatever reason, and I can put this right there. And once I do, there's a few key things that kick in. Like I said before, the goal is to try to get your plants to have a certain variancy level or reach their variancy level, which in this case, the ways you can do that are basically by using one-time action tiles, these green tiles over here, or by doing what I just did by putting a room that has the appropriate lighting style. So let me bring these 2 cards up to view here. So if we look at this card, if you look at this pair of cards here, the card on the left, we can see that it has a sun, and the card on the right, we can see that it has, in the top up here, oh no, up there, it has the requirements. So for that plant to be able to grow, or to succeed or thrive, or to have to reach its variance level, it needs sunlight of that type. So by putting this room that has a sun on this side next to this plant that needs sun, it's essentially going to give it a variancy level like so. And subsequently, these other rooms that are already here, this room gave it 1, this room gave it 1, because I had the correct matching symbols relative to the plant. And then the tile that I have here, I can either put this in one of my rooms, I can put it here. If I put a matching color, it will give me points. If I don't put a matching color, I can still put it, it just wouldn't give me as much of a bonus. Or I can choose to use the ones that I had stored, and I put it there because it's matching, and put that one to my storage. Or I can choose to throw it away. Choice is mine. But at the very least, that's kind of the flow of the game. And then after it's done, when you're playing, actually, I think it might be explained. Yeah. So after it's done, I think the other card goes away. Let me double check. Oh, no, I take it back. It doesn't go away. The other card that's not there gets a thumb, gets a green thumb on it. And then you fill in the next pieces. So in this case, we would put in another tile and then flip another card. And then it'll kind of move on. And that's the flow of a multiplayer game. And you just kind of keep going until everybody has built their 3x5 grid. And when I say 3x5, I mean specifically you're going to have 3 rows and 5 columns. So right now in my current build, I have the option to build either a card here and start my 3rd column here, or start my 3rd column here. But as far as building wide, I built as wide as I can because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've already built 5 wide. So that means that I have to put a card here, here, here for sure. And then eventually I have to decide to put 5 cards here or 5 cards there. And the cards, when you place them, have to be placed in an alternating pattern, as you can kind of see is being formed, where it's basically room, plant, room, plant, room. Or alternatively, you can do plant, room, plant, room, plant. So in this case, if I want to have more plants, then I might want to do plant, room. Like I might want to put my next row down here, so I can have plant, room, plant, room, plant. Or if I want to have more rooms, then I want to do rooms up here, so I can do room, plant, room, plant, room. So just kind of a pattern thing to kind of keep in mind. And as you build out, you're going to be getting, oh, sorry. And my variancy is all incorrect. As you build out, you're going to be getting more variancy. You're going to be able to do some cool stuff. There's action tokens over here, which I won't explain every single... Well, okay, fine. I guess I'll go ahead and explain every single one of them. These action tiles, what they do is essentially, if you use this one allows you to add 3 variancy to 1 plant. So this is the fertilizer. The watering can, which is this one, will allow you to add, to choose a room, and then add a variancy to each adjacent plant. So for instance, if I decided to use this watering can here, it's not going to take up the space, I'm just putting it there temporarily to show. Then I get to put a variancy here, here, and if I had plants on these sides, I would also put it there. So it behooves me to use that one when I have, you know, a good bit of plants that need some stuff. And then finally the shovel. The hand trowel, my apologies. The hand trowel allows me to add 1 variancy to 3 plants. Or up to 3 plants. So if I play that one, or if I had that one and I used it, then I'll essentially be adding 1 variancy to 3 plants. I only have 3 plants, so I'm doing 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here. Okay, so that's what those do. The decorations, they'll take up the spot. There's different types of decorations. You get points for having a variety of decorations. Just to show the scoring card here, just to give you all a quick glance at it. I'm not going to spend a lot of time explaining all of it, but it's relatively straightforward. For every plant that you have reaches variance level, you score the plant's value. For every plant that, or at the end of the game, fine, I'll go through it. For every plant that you completed, so for instance, if I get 1 more variancy for this plant, then essentially I will complete it, and when I complete it, I'll essentially just get 6 points at the end of the game, because I completed that plant. And then subsequently, if the game were to end in this current board state, then for every plant that is not finished, so this one needs 1 more, but it sadly is not finished, I will get 1 point for every 2 leftover variancy that's not cashed in yet. So in this case, I'll get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'll get 3 points between those 2. Anyway, going back to the whole plant variancy thing, I forgot to add, once a plant has been fully finished, you'll pot the plant. And I'm not sure how it works in multiplayer. I'll explain the solo player rules shortly. But in solo player rules, once a plant has been finished, you'll pot the plant, and you'll take the pot on the rightmost location up here, and you'll put it there. At the end of the game, and that just denotes that this plant has been finished. So you've potted the plant. The pots are worth different point values. So this one's worth 3 points. These smaller ones here are worth 2 points. And then finally, these ones here are worth 1 point. And then there's some filler pots down here that are worth 0 points for when the other pots run out. And the whole point of potting plants is just to signify that you get the printed value instead of the leaf count, or the variance count like we talked about before. And that's what that does. Okay, cool. Continuing with our scoring, you score points for your pots. So for every time you finish a pot, you'll get the points for that. Oh, let me keep my pot down here. So I would get 3 points for every pot, for this pot, and then 2 points for the other pot, and so on and so forth. The rooms, you'll score points for your rooms. So this one you score 1 point per matching plant for each room. So this plant, or this room is an orange room. This plant is an orange plant, as denoted by the pattern and also denoted by the color. And for this room, you can see it's printed here that for every plant that matches, I get 1 point for every one that's adjacent to it, diagonally adjacent specifically. And in this case, if I had the right decoration, if I had the correct decoration, I get to multiply by 2. In this case, this is a yellow fishbowl on an orange room, so it does not match, so I do not get the bonus. So instead, I just get 1 point for there. For this room's a lot different, because in this case, I will get, for every purple plant or pinkish plant that matches this one, which is the cactus, then I will essentially get 2 points because I get the multiplier. So I could possibly rack up a lot of points if I put the correct plants next to the rooms. So that kind of influences your decision making on what you position where. And then finally, going to the green thumbs. Green thumbs are really important. As you notice, when I did not pick that one, when I passed it over, it got a green thumb. Green thumbs are very useful because you can spend, when you have green thumbs, you can spend 2 green thumbs to do a thing. So I'll put this card up here so we can just take a peek at it. So you can spend 2 green thumbs to do a thing, and those things are to replace any number of tokens, so the things in the middle, replace any number of cards without thumbs on them, or draft any card plus token combination, or finally add 1 variancy to any plant. And that might help you push you over the edge. Okay, cool. So I think we've talked about nearly everything we need to talk about as far as the game mechanics. The flow of a turn we talked about earlier, but I'll just reiterate. Essentially, on my turn, I will choose a pairing. So let's say I want to choose this pairing now because I want that green thumb. And I put my green thumb over there. Can't use it because I need 2 of them. And I gotta choose where to put this room or put this plant. Let's say I wanted more plants for some reason. So we'll put this down here. And what that does is that essentially locks me in. So now I need to fill in the rest of these spaces. So I need to fill in 4 things here, 2 things there, 1 thing there, and then I'm completed. And then this little cat, I can decide to either discard it or I can choose to replace it with that. I'm not really sure what rooms I'm going to get. So I guess it doesn't matter, it's a cat, so I'll just replace it. That goes out of the game. And we continue with our turn. This fills in. Well, green thumb down here. This fills in. Let me continue. So say my next turn, I want to take this one now. So I'm gonna take this one. This one's gonna be a little bit difficult to build, but we're gonna go for it. Oh, also, sorry, I forgot to check. So this room matched that plant, so therefore this plant should have gotten a verdancy when I placed it. Or sorry, this lighting condition. Sorry, the lighting condition, not the room. This lighting condition matched that plant, so therefore I got a verdancy. This lighting condition does not match that plant, so therefore it does not get a verdancy from that. But I do get this token I get to use, and I'll choose to use this token. And let's see, I'm kind of close on the, well, I need 2 more over here. These are going to be worth a lot of points, so I want to finish these. So I'm going to put 1 down here because I feel like that plant has no hope of being finished. So this is going to give me 3. 1, 2, 3, like so. Then I discard that. Then I move on. We put a green thumb down here. We fill in this. And then we fill in that. And then we proceed to the game. Now, the difference between playing solo and playing multiplayer is that you've noticed that I had these pots planted at the top, or placed at the top. In the solo playing game, you're going to play your number of rounds you need to play, which essentially is it 16 rounds, 15 rounds? I think you play 15 rounds, maybe 16. And as you're building your plants out, you're going to be shifting these pots down. So the way these pots will shift, just to get our example here, is essentially on my first turn, the pots are going to be set up like that. And then I take my first turn, and then after I finish anything, if I've completed a plant, I take the rightmost plant, or the rightmost pot, and then I put it on that plant that I just finished. Otherwise, if that doesn't happen, then all the pots will shift. So this one goes off to the side, these shift, and this fills in, like a conveyor belt. And then this one will go into a pile. And the way it works with this mechanism is in the future, whenever I finish a plant, I must first take the lowest point pot that's down here. Oh, sorry. I must first take the rightmost pot up here and then put it on my plant that I potted. If I happen to pot 2 plants or multiple plants at the same time, then I first take one from here, which is the rightmost space at the top. And then if I have any subsequent plants, then I will take a pot from the pile, the lowest pot, down here, and then I put on my plant. It's a little bit confusing to explain out loud, but it flows well. Just take my word for it if you don't mind. And then also in addition to that, when I'm playing solo, besides the whole shifting pots situation, if I take a pair, so say I decide to take this pair, and I want to put this, I'll put this here. Actually, sorry, I have to put this adjacent to something. I want to put it here. So I have to put adjacent. That's an important note. I can't put anything floating. And then I'll put this room there. After I take a thing, when you're playing solo specifically, what you do is you will shift everything down like so. And then after you finish shifting, then you'll take out anything that's on the last column. So you'll eliminate that completely. If there were any thumbs on any of these cards, they would just shift over to the card next because you don't get rid of the thumbs. And then they will go down. Then you shift everything down, I mean. And then you fill in. And that basically gives you a little bit of a way to have a little bit more variety in things that you see. So it's an important mechanism to keep in mind because it means I'm going to have things shifting a little bit. And then also one last thing is that if there's a third thumb that needs to be added to a card, what happens is instead of the third thumb being added, then we wipe all the thumbs on that card. So basically, I want to try to keep pace with pulling the thumbs when I can, because those thumbs are really useful. I can hold a max of 5 as told by my card. I can hold a max of 1 item here, so on and so forth. All right, cool. All right, so I feel like that was a pretty straightforward intro A little bit rough on the edges for the rules. A little bit rough on the edges, but no worries. We are going to play a full solo playthrough right now. So we get all this. And that's random enough. I'll just stick with that. So I'm going to be playing with the, I guess, not really advanced, I guess the standard variant, to where I have the scoring cards. I will have one of each scoring card. I'll have an item goal, a plant goal, and a room goal. Those will give me a source of points, in addition to scoring the rest of the stuff over here for my point salad. And then I'll be writing it down on the little sheet that it gives us to get my final score. Alright, so let's give these a shuffle. I get one of those. And I think the rulebook says something about you... I don't know if everybody picks one individually. Actually, let me check. I think everybody has the same goals for the advanced game. Yeah, draw one from each deck. Okay. So... we just draw one. There's no choosing. And then the final one, which is plant goals, is there. Okay. So these are my 3 goals. So this one's 4 corners. So if, I get 4 points for having the outermost rooms in the 4 corners of your home be all the same type or all different types. So this is having the outermost rooms in the 4 corners of your home. Okay. So that means that my corners don't have to be rooms, but just your outermost corner of rooms being all different types. Okay. Nobody to impress. For each matching item in the room that is not adjacent to any matching plants. Oh, that's sad. So 3 points for each matching item in a room that is not adjacent to any matching plants. And finally, mixing it up, 2 points for each room with unique plant types. 2 points for each, for each row with unique plant types. Okay, I might need to read the rulebook on that one. This one came from the expansion. There's a mini expansion, this middle one. That's why it has a star there. So just to clarify. Let me see, does it have an explanation of F? No? Okay, that's a little sad. It might have it, I might have just overlooked it. Yeah, I don't think so. Okay. Alright, so my understanding of this is 2 points for each row with unique plant types. I don't know if that means that the row needs to have the same plant type. Okay, actually take it back. I think that's what that means. Okay. So I think that means that you need a row with the same plant type. So these are the plant types here. Okay, we'll see how able I'll be able to accomplish that. I don't know if I will be able to, but we'll see. And then nobody to impress is to have free choice matching. So I'm gonna try a strategy of just focusing on two main goals, and then maybe try to score some points with other goals. I definitely want to finish plants. Because that gives me a lot of points. But I'm not gonna sweat too much to try to achieve every single goal, because I think I might get overloaded if I do that. It's probably possible, but given the 4 options I'll have before me, I don't know if that will be doable. Oh, sorry, put these in there. Oops. Okay. Alright. Here's me hoping for a fantastic game. Alright, there we go. Good. All set up. Sorry things are a little bit crooked, but yeah. It sometimes happens. Ah, cards, why? I sleeved my cards, which, you know, I guess you don't really need to sleeve these cards, but, you know, you can. As I have. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. So, sorry. Everybody starts with a starting pair of room and plants. I forgot to mention that. So I start with a starting pair of room and plants. I get to orient it however I want. So... I think I want to... this is going to be hard. Because I don't see any of these plants out there. Oh, this is going to be tough. Alright, I'm going to do this. And that's going to give me a verdancy for this plant. And then I start the game. And already the decisions are starting. So I can get a fertilizer early. And I can get this room. And I think that'll help me with, that'll help me get these points really fast. But let's see, what's nobody to impress? Nobody's to impress is for each matching item in a room that is not adjacent to any matching plants. So these are good candidates for that. So I think that's a really good first move. So I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna put it there. Actually, I can put it here. Well, I guess it doesn't matter, does it? Let's see. It does matter a little bit because they want, well, actually they don't, those plants don't really care. Yeah, we're gonna do this. And that's gonna be the correct sunlight for here, put it there. And then I get to use this. I will use this on this plant. I'll put them over here. And it's gonna be 3. This big leaf is 3. That's gonna be 5 total. So I finished the plant on turn 1. Who'd have thought? And I cash these in. And as I mentioned before, because I'm playing solo, I will take the rightmost plant, or sorry, the rightmost pot that's up here, and then I'll put in my plant. I have 3 points towards the end of the game, but look at that little plant. The inch plant. Okay, now we shift everything down. There's nothing to shift, so that's fine. We add in a thumb, and then we take out the last one. So the order of that is we add a thumb to the one that I didn't take, then we take out the last one, or add a thumb to the one I didn't take, shift everything, and then we take out the last row. Okay. Then move these down. And that conveyors down. And these fill in. Alright, so now into my next turn. And I want a plant. I also want the thumb. But I really want to get this while I can. So we've established that we're trying to do no one to impress. So for each matching item in a room that is not adjacent to any matching plants. Okay. So we'll do that. And we'll put this matching here. And that's going to give me 4 points. Nope, 3 points. Now, the trade-off is that I'm trading 3 points. Well, hold on. So I could potentially, assuming that this is the top, I could potentially get 6 points. Well, that's where it determines. So I can potentially get 4 points if I put, because I have the matching thing here. If I put cactus on each side of this, I can get 4 points. But given our current layout, I don't think it's really worth fussing over it too much. I'm just gonna go with it. All right, so we're committing to this, and we're gonna try to make this one match nobody to impress for the room bonus. Okay. All right. So now that's done. We're gonna shift. Well, first we'll add in our green thumb. Then we're gonna shift all these down, and then we're going to move this over and eliminate that. And then shift it all down again. Lots of shift in here. Okay. So if we just put a plant here so I can just not have to worry about that, that'll be great. Oh, this one has the correct sunlight, sorry. This is the correct lighting. I forgot to update that. It has the correct lighting. Okay. I want to get the fertilizer again. And for the four corners, I have to have the outermost rooms in the four corners of your home all the same type. Oh, I see. All the same type or all different types. Oh, no. I think different might be the goal. So the spatial reasoning that I have to do here, because I'm thinking about taking this so I can get the fertilizer. Actually, I'm gonna take this. The logic that I have to do here is I can do this, which gives me 1, and I can add the fertilizer there. And if I do plant, room, plant, room, plant, then that means that my four corners are going to be here, 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 here. And just as long as all these are different, I should be okay. And I think that's a good move. So I'm committing to that. So I'm going to add 3 more. And this one's not quite there yet. Hold on, let's get 1, 2, 3. Okay, so it's 1 more. So it's 1 off. Almost there. And that's all done. So now we're going to add in our green thumb. We're going to shift those over, eliminate that. There's nothing to conveyor down. And now we're going to finally conveyor all this down. Okay. Oh, you know what? Oh man, I forgot to do the pots. Okay, hold on. So, I forgot to move the pots last turn, so I think we should be here. Actually, no, we should be further along, shouldn't we? 1 second. So I started with these two. No, these two. And then turn 1, I got a completed plant. Turn 2, I put that. Oh no, turn 2, I put that. Okay, so turn 1, sorry, turn 0 this. Turn 1 was that. I don't remember what turn 1 was. Anyway, at any rate, I think I should be 2 plants down. Okay. Alright, we're just gonna go with that. I might be wrong. If I'm wrong, then my apologies. I might play an extra round on accident. Okay. I'm thinking if I take this, that I can have the conveyor. Give me a double green thumb for next turn. And then I'll have it for the plant that I want, which is that one. I think that might be a good move. So mixing it up is for each row with unique plant types. So I can put that one here, and then I can put a, oh no, yeah, sorry, I want to do that. Because I'm doing plant, room, plant, room, plant. And I really need, and then I can do a blue room down here. Okay, that works. I like that. All right, we're planning out. So I'm gonna take this. Oh, I don't like that combination though. It'll set me up for a nice turn. It's fine. So I'll put this here. It has the correct light, so it's going to get a verdancy. Now I'll put this to the side for a second, and then I'm doing this green thumb. Shift, shift, and then I'll clear out these. Well, these will shift over, and then clear out these. I guess phasing orders, I should do this first. Okay, alright. Sorry, we're pausing that because that's going to be mine. I'm going to put this watering can here. It's going to give me a verdancy here. No verdancy needed for that. And then a verdancy here, which is going to give me my 7, which means I need to pot a plant. Which I will use to pot this. And then now we shift all those. All right, now we're getting to the difficult part because I think I'm starting to lock myself in here. All right, so now we got our combination that we wanted. I can get some green thumbs here, and I can get a fertilizer, which is gonna be great for that. Well, okay. See. No, I'm not too sure about this one for four corners because it says having the outermost rooms and the four corners of your home be all the same type or different types. So, I'm gonna score it in a square, even if I don't have the rooms be the corner, mainly because I feel like the rooms that I put here are not gonna contribute to the four corners. So, I'm just gonna go with that for interpretation. Just go there for interpretation. I might be playing it wrong, but my apologies ahead of time. But I'm going to take this combination here. And this is going to give me 2 green thumbs. Then I get a fertilizer, which I will use a fertilizer for this plant, which is going to give me 3 of the 9 it needed. That's a lot of points for that one, so that's why I really want to finish that one. And then now we do this up here. So these will, well, first man, I messed that up. We put a green thumb here, which clears all this. Because we cannot, if it's 3 green thumbs, we're going to clear it. So let me check the phasing for that. Because I'm pretty sure it's, you still put the green thumb, but you just clear it at the top of the round. It says, also, if you did not complete any plans this turn, remove the pot token. Okay, green thumbs. If any other discarded cards contain green thumbs, move those green thumbs tokens to the left to the next available card. They do not get discarded. Finally, check to see if the green thumb tokens need to be wiped. If any card now contains 3 or more, okay. So technically, you move them first and you clear them, but I'm just gonna clear it now because it's the same concept. And then we clear this. Did I not? Oh no, I finished the plant. Did I? I don't know. I've lost count. I've lost track of my potted plants here. Par for the course. All right, let me see if I can count backwards. So I need 5 cards. So I have 5 more rounds. So that means that there should be 4. So 5 is going to be 1. Alright. So the way it should pan out is I should have these pots on the last round. So counting backwards. So we have 5. So let's make sense in my head. So this is what the 5 should look like at the end. So working backwards means that we're gonna start working backwards. This is 5. No, it's not 5. Okay, cool. Got it. Alright. Somehow it made sense in my head. I should have all these pots left. Okay, got it. So all the 2s are gone. This was basically because I've been not keeping track of it. Actually, no, it's not true. Hold on. Oh no. I miscounted. 5, 6, 7, 8. Ah. What have I done? Ignore my blunders, for I know not what I do. Okay. Yes, this whole shifting pot thing is like, it's one of the things I'll definitely talk about in the post game analysis. But I always forget to move the pots, and I'm like, okay, what turn should it be? And it's like, oh my gosh, it's like I had to do the math backwards, and it's like my brain. So I need to have 3 plus 4 plus 1, so I need to have 5. So I need 8 more cards. So with 8, doing the math, there's 12 pots, and I should have 16 rounds, because the last round is the pots being cleared out. So, man, I'm trying really hard to do this math backwards. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Alright, this is where the pot should be. The pot should be here. These are the pots. We're sticking with this. Okay. So long story short, I was correct. Allegedly. Assuming that my math calculated properly. But if it didn't, then oh well, just a second point or two. I could spin my green thumbs. It says replace any number of tokens, replace any number of cards without green thumbs on them. It would be nice to get a wipe, because I would like to have. Actually, you know, I can do this plant. Yeah, this plant's fine. This plant's fine. I like this plant. And then I get a truffle. That doesn't help me right now, does it? Sorry, hand trowel. It's a truffle. Hand trowel. We're taking this one. And so we're locked in doing another row. Actually, we can do another row above or below, but this is our 5, so we cannot build any wider, so I can't put any more here. And I'll use this hand trowel on 3 plants. Unfortunately, I have 2 plants to use it on, so it's a little bit of a waste. Not efficient. But we'll do 1, 2, and the third goes to waste. So this one needs 3 more. And then it will be completed. Okay, now that's done. The pot goes first. So get that out of the way. This card gets a green thumb. Everything shuffles. And then this green thumb moves over because this is getting cleared. Then all that. Oh, that's already moved over. My bad. Oh no, it wasn't. Okay. There we go. Science. We call that modern gaming, yo. Modern gaming. Alright, come on, give me something good. I need an orange thing, please. That is not an orange thing. Alright, so this row is going to give me 2 points already. If I put a different type of plant, I can put an orange plant here. I really don't want that yellow. Yeah, I think I'll do an orange plant. I don't want to send my green thumbs. Actually, no, you know what I do? I want to send my green thumbs to replace any number of tokens. So I'm spinning these 2, and I'm wiping all the tokens in the middle because I don't like any of those. I want this, but we'll see if I can get something better. That's kind of... I guess that works. Alright, so I'm taking this. I'm putting that there. And I will use my hand shovel to add 3 verdancy. 1 verdancy to 3 plants. So 1, 2, 3. And then, before I forget, let me double check. Oh man, I didn't do that either. So this one should have gotten that because it got 2 hand trowels. This one should have gotten that. So this one finishes this round. Hard to keep track of. This plant will get sun from there, so it's correct. And it will get sun from there, so it's correct. Okay. There's a lot of things to keep track of. Let's be honest. And I finished this plant. So I get that pot. Nice. And then we continue our rest of our life. So this is gonna... We've already shuffled. Move over, clears. All this shifts. Okay, we're doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. We got a lot of plants here. I had such plants. Oh no, a rogue tail. It's an orange. I'll get it later. It might mess up my game. Who knows? Oh, sorry, it wasn't focused, my bad. I'm gonna move these cards down here, because I think the camera lost focus, and I wasn't paying attention. It's stabilized, and it might have been freaking out the whole time, but don't want to have bad viewing experiences here, y'all. So I think I'm kind of determined to build my next row here. I mean, I could do up here. I could. This is difficult. Okay. My decisions got very difficult because I'm trying to figure out how to maneuver around the rooms to both satisfy this one for mixing it up, of having different plants. So this row qualifies, so I get 2 points for it. This row qualifies, I get 2 points for it. I'm trying to decide if I want to build a row here or build a row there. Building a row here will be consistent with continuing my 4 corners for this. But if I build a row up here, then I have to worry about the 4 corners on the bigger corners. The real question is, do I want... You know what, I guess just there's more points to be had if I build the bigger 4 corners. So I think we're going to shift all this down. And I'm going to build the bigger 4 corners. So I need to put it either same color room or different color room. And different color room, there's a higher chance I'll be able to succeed in that. So I'm going to do that. So I'm going to take this. And I'm going to put this here. I'm going to put this cat there. Or this doggo here. Good doggo. And this is going to give me a verdancy. And we're going to add a green thumb up there. And then we're going to shift all these down like so. Move that over. Get rid of all those. And then shift down like so. Okay, we're getting the order. We're getting the flow now. We're getting the flow. Okay, so I'm obviously going for different colors for 4 corners. So I need to have a different color here and a different color here. I think I need to take the yellow, so I won't be stuck with the double blue situation. So I'm going to take the yellow because it's too good to pass up. I mean, look at that. I get the correct colors here. And then I can also use this to get points for Nobody to Impress, which is going to be even better. And then we add a thumb here, shift these over. Well, first do this. And then after we do that, then we clear this. Oh boy. Okay. So I gotta build my next 4 here. I need 1 more for this one to be done. The fertilizer is gonna give me 3, which is kind of a waste. I want to continue with the Nobody to Impress. Oops. With the Nobody to Impress. So I definitely want to take this. That's gonna be nice because I can put this here. I can use the fertilizer here and add 3. And then If I need to later on, I can spin the 2 thumbs to add 1 Verdancy there, but I'm gonna hold off for now. Hopefully I can get a good shovel, a hand trowel to actually help me with that. And then check in this room. Oh, this actually finishes. Oh, nice. Okay, cool. This finishes because of that room. Perfect. It's like I planned it. All right. So it finishes. I get this pot. Do I finish anything else? No? Nothing else? Well, I'm gonna need to finish that one. Okay. Might not make it. Okay. And we add our thumb. We shift all these down. And then we get rid of this. Including that. Oh, actually, no, we don't. We don't, because I took that plant. I took that pot, so that stays. Right. Take that, society. Okay. We got a hand shovel. We did it. We did it. Okay. Can I finish plants? Yes, I can finish lots of plants with that one. I'm taking this. Boom. So I get another 2 points for mixing it up. And then nobody to impress is actually going to be pretty nice if I can get a matching thing for that. But we're going to use this hand trowel to add 1 Verdancy to 3 different plants. And we're going to do 1, 2, 3. And we finished 3 plants, which is even better. So this one we finished. We're going to get this. And then this one we finished. We're going to take from here our lowest value, which is a 2, this one. And is that it? Oh. Okay, I thought it was something more impressive than that. Never mind. Okay, so that's all done. Now we will shift, then clear this out, and then shift, and refill. Alright, I really need some items for these rooms, y'all. That fertilizer is looking pretty good. I need a different color corner. I want the fertilizer, but also want the orange room to guarantee that I'll get the gold. Okay, I'm going to spin 2 thumbs. I'll spin 2 green thumbs to take any combination of card and token. I'm going to take these 2. So I can put that there to guarantee that I'll get the 4 corners for 4 points. And then it also helps me build this plant. Actually, this plant's actually finished now. Perfect. I didn't plan on that, but I'll take it. So it's going to be 3. And then this is going to add 1. I'm just going to finish that plant. Because it needs 5 and it's got 5. Get this here. Oh yeah, I finished all my plants. Yay. I'm so happy. I could wet my plants. Haha. Alright, that's all done. And now we shift. Well, sorry. Green thumb first. And then shift. No, leave that. And then we remove this. This is my last card. Now, I think I should have all non-fancy pots at this point. So I'm just going to shift that over. Because basically in the last turn, if you finish any plants, you get the not great pots on your very last turn. So I have no more opportunity to get those pots. So that's my last opportunity, what I just got. To get one of the fancy pots, which is fine because I finished all my plants. Somehow. All right, now I need items. So I have to take a room. Idealistically, I want a pink room, but I do not have any pink rooms. I don't have enough thumbs to do anything with those. And my options are orange, yellow, sorry, yellow, orange, yellow, blue. Jeez. I think taking the orange room makes the most sense. It'll give me those points. It doesn't change much. So do that. And I guess there's some points for there. Okay. Alright. And that's it. So we have finished our game. Let's get our score sheets. Okay. And let's do our score. So, first we start off with our first scoring is how many points did we get from finished plants. I got a lot of points. I got every point. Just nearly every point. I finished all my plants. So this is going to be 3, 7, 18. Oh gosh. Okay. All right. Let me get ye old calculator because we're going higher than 2-digit math. We're not going higher than 2-digit math, but still. All right. I'm just going to use my calculator. So 3 plus 4 plus 11 plus 7 plus 3 plus 5 plus 3. So I got 36 points in plants. Nice. Unfinished plants, I have none, so I get 0. Pots, I got a lot of points in pots too. So I have 1, 2, 3, 6, 8, 11, 13. Double check. This is 4. Yeah, 13. 13 points in plants, or 13 points in pots, I should say. And then next up is going to be rooms. So 1 point per matching plant next to the room, 2 points if the item also matches. Okay. So starting with this room I get 0. This room I get, there's 1 matching, and it's times 2 because of this matching item, so it's 2. This room, there's 1 matching, so I get 1. There's no item. This room, there's no matching. This room, there's 1 matching. No, 2 matching. So there's no item, so I get 2. This room, 1 matching, item. Oh, 2 matching, and item, so I get 4 points. This one, no matching, 0. This one, no matching, 0. So 9 points. It's anticlimactic. Alright, items. Items. How does this work? So, items. So for unique items. Is that across all the... Okay, so across all the rooms. So I have 3 unique items. So I get 6 points. And the last is a collector and decorator. 3 points each. I don't know what that means. Decorator bonus. Each player scores 3 points if their home contains at least one of each of the 5 different room types. Oh, okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hey, I got it. Nice. So I get 3 points. It's just 3. That's it. Okay. All right. Well, that's fine. Okay, and I think the last one is the scoring cards, or what's this? What is that? I don't know what that is. I'm not sure what that is. Oh, is that my subtotal? Is that what that's supposed to be? Oh, wait, I'm confused. Hold on. So the rulebook explains each line, but it doesn't explain that one with all the colors there. And I'm just trying to figure out what that's all about. Oh, I see. Sorry. So that's one of each plant. I see. Okay. So this is one of each plant, and this is one of each room. I got it. Okay, I understand now. So there's two. So I can possibly score 6 points by having one of each room and then one of each plant. I can score 3 points for one, 3 points for the other. Got it. So plants, I have orange. I think I'm missing. I think I have them all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. Nope. I counted wrong. I am missing pink plants. I do not have pink plants, so I get 0. Okay. Alright. That was confusing. Scoring conditions. 4 corners have, for having the outermost rooms and the 4 corners of your home be all the same type or all different types. So all different types, so I get 4 points for that. Oh, so let me do this in order. So 4 points for that. And for this one, nobody to impress. For each matching item in a room that is not adjacent to any matching plants. So this one does not qualify because it's a matching plant. This one does qualify. This one does not qualify. This one does qualify. Oh, actually, sorry, I did math wrong. Hold on, I have 4. I didn't see that. I blended in. 1, 2, 3, 4 different items. I got 9 points. Okay. Alright, going back to what we were talking about. So this one has no matching. This one has no matching. And these two do have matchings. So I scored this twice, so 6 points. Okay, and then finally mixing it up. Mixing it up is for each row with unique plant types. So unique plant types, unique plant types, unique plant types. As in there's no, like, I don't have cactus, cactus, cactus like that. At least that's how I'm interpreting it. So I'll get my 6 points for that. And let's add up our total. Let's see how we did. Okay. Oops. No. Verdant. There it is. All right, let's see. So 36 plus 0 plus 13 plus 9 plus 9 plus 0 plus 3 plus 6 plus 6 plus 4. All right, my final score is 86. 86 points. I think I did pretty good. So let's see, what is 86 points according to the rulebook here? See if they have a score completion. It doesn't look like they have. Oh, no, they have one here. Oh no, these are achievements for scenarios. Never mind. Oh man, they don't have a. Oh, here it is. Aha, we found one. I did very good. Look at that. I did very good. That's me. I did that. All right. Well, that's Verdant. So let's go ahead and talk about some post-game analysis, and then I'll jump into doing the review afterwards. But as far as the post-game analysis, just going into the concept of the game and everything, I think this game has some rough edges, some very rough edges. This playthrough was significantly more enjoyable than my first playthrough, my first test playthrough. One, because I got the rules wrong with the thumbs. I never got to use the thumbs because they always disappeared so fast. And then 2, because it's kind of settled on focusing on 1 or 2 goals first, and then as things started falling into place, I started seeing if I can achieve the rest of the goals at the same time. So that all worked out in a way to where it enabled me to kind of not burn my brain out so fast, because I'm trying to do every single thing at the same time. I'm only considering 2 options, and then worst case scenario, I achieve those 2 options and move on. I also did pretty good as far as finishing a lot of my plants, and that worked out pretty well. That worked out pretty well to where finishing these plants was actually really good. So I think focusing on finishing the plants, focusing on just achieving maybe 1 or 2 goals, it definitely helped reduce the stress that this game exists. Because one of the stressful bits of this game that I don't think is talked about, or maybe it doesn't get talked about enough because people don't talk about it, is simply like trying to make sure that all of your accomplishments are being there. So I think this game does kind of rise a little bit from my initial impression, but this playthrough, I mean, everything just kind of fell into place, which is nice. I was able to use the green thumbs to good effect to get the tiles that I needed. Yeah, I didn't get as many decorations as I wanted, but getting those plants finished ultimately paid off in dividends. I mean, I got 36 points from plants alone, so it's like, you know, a third of my points came from plants. Actually, more than a third of my points came from plants themselves. So it makes sense in a game where you're trying to, you know, plant or grow plants and decorate your rooms. It makes sense if you do decorations and plant things, then you'll make a lot of points. So yeah, so that's pretty much it for this particular video. So I'll go ahead and leave it there. Yeah, definitely let me know what you all think. If I mess up any rules, feel free to let me know as well. But otherwise, thank you all very much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed it. And as always, I will see y'all whenever.